Hey boys, welcome back to some Seagulls Career 2019, and it's going to be round 2. As you can see, we're 1 from 1, which is a bit of a... Usually when we start our new career, we get off to a bit of a shocker, especially the first season. I don't know what it is. Well, I do know what it is. It's the... I find the stamina issue pretty bad. As we look at the Roosters lineup, no James Tedesco. They have... a fella, I don't know who the hell he is, Bernard Lewis. I know Tedesco is in the team, so he must be either out injured or suspended. You know, the old saying is you want to play against the best players, but you know what? We'll happily take on the Roosters without Tedesco in this encounter. But still, it's gonna be a tough game. But yeah, getting back to the stamina stuff. I find the second season a lot more enjoyable because you'll see throughout this career mode, and I'll talk about it numerous times without doubt. I like to repeat myself a lot, but you'll see it, guys. You know, the forwards obviously, as Marty gets absolutely dropped, but obviously the forwards get fatigued. That's fine, but guys like Trbojevic will get super fatigued. The halves, Cherry Evans, Cust, like all the backline players, as Tommy. Almost like the first game, his first touch of this match almost bags him a try. Just unstoppable, really, as George Tafua gets a little offload. But yeah, that's why I find that the first season of any new career mode is always tougher, because especially at the end of games, like you can't really rely on your attacking plays because they're gone, which is not good. It just doesn't make any sense because. I don't even like overwork them, as that is a beautiful ball to Adam Blake Cust. He's not rated that well, but he's the first game he was solid, and he started off nicely here as well. So very good signs for the young star coming through. He looks like in real life he's an absolute gun, dude. He's very, very solid, and it's built on he's just a strong boy. He's real solid. He's got massive legs, dude, and he's a tough defender, and you know that's crucial. Is right here. Tommy's almost how on earth, absolute try save. We are going to get a 6 to go. I don't know how he didn't score right there. That was some desperation defense. Fairly Roosters like here at the minute, but a beautiful kick. That man we were just talking about, Cade Cust. What a beauty. It's going to be Jake Trbojevic. He is a known try thief. He does love to support line breaks and kicks through. So you know, the hard work pays off. And right here, the kick was for Cherry Evans, but he must have been a touch offside. That's why he sort of he bowed out of the chase. And then we had, I don't know, the Roosters were just nowhere in sight. We had like 2 players still closer to any of the Roosters boys. So beautiful kick. Great try assist. Got to be happy with that as we attack this blind side with Ruben Garrick. Gets the pass. Who was that? I think it was Sirenen. Got it back to that man Cust. But Dylan Walker and Ruben Garrick on this left side have been pretty damn dangerous to start the season. We throw a silly intercept pass there, but it's been a really good start. The wet weather, you know, it definitely hinders the Seagulls, I think, on the game. You know, the wet weather doesn't really do anything on the game, but in real life, usually when you think about it, as Api Korosia down the blind side puts in a beautiful little kick, and it's going to be Moses Silly onto Georgie boy Tafua. What a try. Api Korosia just very dangerous out dummy half. We've got a couple of absolute guns to pick from with Fainu and Korosia. Very good pairing right there. And right here, just great try. The Roosters just no desperation to get to the ball, and our boys were just a little bit too eager. So great stuff. Ruben Garrick, a tough kick, just gonna fade across. It's a very reminiscent game to the first one. We got out to a nice 10-0 lead. Garrick missed one from the sideline, so it's been very deja vu like here as Cust puts in a neat little kick downfield, and Bernard Lewis just didn't want anything to do with the defense. You know, the AI is still not the best with sort of sideline collision type stuff. You it's a shame that they haven't really been able to fix that. It is better for sure than it has been in previous games, but it's still not great. Unfortunately, from the scrum, we're going to gift possession to the Giraffe, Daniel Tupou there. But getting back to the Manly side, in real life, like usually a wet weather game, a team with a really strong forward pack, they usually have like a really good advantage. But I feel like for Manly, it's probably a very big hindrance because the Manly side, although they do have a very, very strong forward pack, I actually think their forward pack is probably the best in the comp, honestly. Probably the best front row, and then the back row is very, very strong. So, but their impact doesn't solely rely on it, but it is reliant to an extent on offloads, and that's what sort of sets them apart from other strong packs, I feel, like just the offload ability, just that second phase play. And in the wet weather, guys like DePau and Fanua Blake probably have to be a little bit more suspect, as unfortunately, coming back from the break, the kick was on, the wind was perfect, but unfortunately it just curved the ball just a slight bit too much. Would have been a great start to the second half, but it's going to give the Roosters a neat little chance here. But yeah, so it's probably a little bit different for the Manly side in wet weather. But on the game, obviously doesn't really affect it too much. So we got a little bit of defending to do. We didn't have to do much in that first half, so hopefully we can aim up here and not hopefully it doesn't get to like it was in that first game. It's going to be a little ridiculous as Luke Keary puts in the kick to Latrell Mitchell out here. He bats it down to that man Lewis. Thankfully we wrap him up there. Good defense to cover across. But yeah, this game is just following script to a T for that first round. Avi Coruscant just being a little sneaky fellow at dummy half there. But yeah, we get up to a nice 10-0 lead, and then we gift a few balls over. Is right there. Who was that? Frank Winterstein comes up with a huge shot. Marty DePau tried to throw the beautiful... the pass, it was almost spot on, but Garrick was just slightly behind the play. Unfortunately, that would have been a beauty. The big shot. And someone actually mentioned in that first video, Frank Winterstein. Yes, I know he has changed clubs, Winterstein, but I wasn't going to bother updating every single team with all the latest. I know someone did, as unfortunately Angus Crichton is going to score right here, but someone did comment that he'd made all the updated teams and stuff, and it was on my first video for the Manly side. So if you go to his comment, type in his username, he does have all the teams. But because I'd already started the career mode, I thought I'll just continue it. And the other thing, people were talking about the stadiums and stuff. I thought I talked about it in the first round, the last episode. Maybe not. I actually can't remember if I did or not. But just to reiterate, if I didn't say it, it happened the same with the Storm career mode. I don't know why, but the first season of a career mode, it must be with custom, updating the roster. It screws it up. But the first season, for some reason, the home grounds are all out of whack. I don't know why it is, but for this whole season, we're going to be playing at all sorts of different stadiums. I don't even remember where we're playing this one. It looks like Newcastle. I think it's Newcastle's home ground. Is it? I couldn't really. Looking at the crowd, it sort of looks a bit blue and red. But yeah, that for some reason the second season I'm assuming is going to happen like the Storm one, where it just worked itself out. So that's that. I don't know why. It's a very strange bug, but that's that. That's all I can say to that one. But looks like we are going to sneak away with the victory. I think this is the exact same scoreline as the first round. It was, honestly, we were looking very comfortable. Sort of like I was touching on at the start of the episode, the back end of these games do get a little tougher because of our players being so fatigued, but it was still a solid victory, 10-6 against a pretty strong Roosters side without Tedesco, albeit, but still 2 from 2, got to be happy. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this series. Make sure to like and comment, and I'll see you in the next one.